The first $10,000 serves as a proof of concept. It confirms that earning money is a repeatable skill you can master, transitioning your income from a matter of luck to a matter of mechanics. Most students lose momentum because they chase the complex strategies promised by online gurus, like high-stakes day trading or the latest crypto trend. These strategies require massive upfront cash reserves to survive the volatility that inevitably wipes out smaller accounts. These are high-level tools for multiplying wealth that already exists, which makes them poor choices for a foundational side hustle. The actual requirement for a student is a starting vehicle that costs very little to launch, but puts cash into your pocket on a daily basis. If you filter for models that prioritize low capital and immediate cash flow, the landscape of possibilities distills into 4 specific categories. Reaching that $10,000 mark quickly is less about raw effort and more about strategically matching the right business model to your constraints in time, capital, and geography. We can evaluate every side hustle by plotting them on a simple framework based on the nature of what you sell and how far your reach extends. This matrix uses 2 vectors. The vertical axis represents your deliverable, a service or a product. The horizontal axis represents your reach, local or global. Option 1, in-person services, occupies the local service quadrant. Tasks like car washing or dog walking provide the fastest path to liquidity because you receive payment the same day the physical labor is finished. However, your income is strictly limited. You're capped by the physical hours in a day and the number of customers within driving distance. Moving up to option 2 brings us to local products, selling physical items like baked goods or crafts to people in your community. This path allows you to monetize a passion, like elding model aircraft, in a low-stakes environment where you already have a connection to the buyers. The downside here is margin compression. High material costs often consume the majority of your revenue, leaving you with very little profit for the time spent manufacturing the items. Remaining in the local half of the matrix creates friction. You find yourself either trapped by a ceiling on your time or trapped by the high costs of physical inventory. Expanding your reach beyond your own zip code changes the underlying math of your business. Option 3, global products, includes e-commerce models like dropshipping or print on demand. The scale here is massive. You can sell to a worldwide customer base, which allows the business to run with a high degree of automation. But these models often lead to an inventory trap. Every dollar of profit usually needs to be immediately reinvested into more stock to keep up with the volume of orders. This requires significant patience, as it can take 3 months of constant reinvestment before you can safely take money out of the business for yourself. The final category is option 4, online services, which includes high-demand skills like video editing or copywriting. This is the high-leverage play. You benefit from the 80% profit margins of a service while reaching a global market that never hits a local demand ceiling. To command a higher premium, frame your value around the measurable business results you deliver, rather than the volume of labor you perform. For a student, online services offer the most efficient structural path, avoiding the inventory trap while removing the physical limits of local work. The best side hustle is simply the one that aligns with the resources and time you have available right now. This strategic map helps you finalize your choice. Everything starts with identifying your primary constraint. If you need cash this weekend, stay local. You accept the time for money trade-off of in-person services in exchange for immediate liquidity. If you have seed capital and the patience to wait for a return, global products allow you to build toward a more passive income stream. If you want the highest possible margins with zero inventory costs, online services represent the most mathematically sound route to $10,000. However, choosing the right path is only half the battle. Most people fail before they gain any momentum. That failure is rarely caused by a lack of raw talent. It is almost always a result of poor organization and a lack of basic reliability. Clients pay a premium for professionals who make the process effortless. They value consistent communication and met deadlines as much as the skill itself. Reaching that first $10,000 is the result of selecting the mathematically correct quadrant and executing it with relentless professional consistency.